guilty!
Must spit his man.
I must be careful now. Need to cloak myself here.
Friends, brethren, good people of London, we have had a hard week. Cowardly invaders stole into our governor's home and robbed him of his life. My friend, my leader, slaughtered like a dog by outsiders, by the enemy. Do we expect his rate? Try to trap his blows. Guards! Use that! Try the offside lead! Time to fight! Come, roll shadows, fist fate!
For the kill! Hang on!
Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire! No, I gave these men order. I gave them purpose. I showed them their common enemy. Anchor strings! Second wave fire! I was arrow for their rage. Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves!
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself. Justify all you want. You're just a king killer and a coward.
mighty high horse. You'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
Moist little coward, aren't you?
It will take more than a few lads with newly polished bows to fell me.
The arrow was a boy.
A man with a boy's brain called Avgus.
Afghans? That can't be right.
I could return with his head on a spear, if you would like to see.
No. You've no reason to lie. Yet Avgos, my old friend, had no cause to murder. He saw London as a kiln of rage. To harden the softness of its younger men. Perhaps I ignored in him what I hoped not to see. Ambition, greed, anger.
From one man, such hatred is easy to spot. But from many, it is a fog that fills the room.
Power. Men will claw for it and cling to it at the cost of everything.
Very true. And it is cold comfort when glory has the taste of your family's blood. 2 targets down. Only the compass remains. If it were my men killed, I would be on my way to London now.
The compass will come, and we must be ready. Expecting the worst.
I do not want anyone catching me off guard. Could we take the fight to him?
There may be a way. Let's regroup in the church when you've had time to rest, Broga.
Adheret lumbare ad furore de hominibus quasi stercus super rudi.
The good sister was murdered, and where were your guards? You hear me, Urke? Her blood's on you. It's a...
Avgos was a hero, and you let him die. A hero for all London. They'll hand London to the unwashed tides. Mark these words.
Some surly guests outside.
Eivor, we didn't see you enter.
It is about time you found each other. Stop tiptoeing around it.
Yes, I've found Stowe and he's found me. And here we are, together.
Have you stepped out today? There's a strange feeling brewing in the streets.
I've heard the shouts. The deaths of Avgos and Friswith have angered many.
Let us hope the compass numbers among the offended.
I don't doubt it. But are we ready for him?
Let us go over all that has happened up till now.
Trigger was killed and dismembered by men who worked for him. Men he trusted. Avgos, the Arrow. Our brother-in-arms. He wanted London for the Order.
And the good sister. That's another knife to the back. London's saint. Sister Friswith. She was the leech and the city was her meat market. Your bishop has already issued an apology on behalf of the church.
It is time we focused on the compass, gather all we know, and lay it out, plain as day.
Aye.
We let fly the feather dart. cut raven ink from a cowering quill. Now we wait, wolf-tensed, for the master of the River Rep to return and revenge his shaken warriors.
Well, well. This one's got the gift of Odin's meat.
What is on your minds, though?
We know that Campus is a sailor, a captain from Francia.
And he won't like hearing he's got a leak in his hull, so to speak. With the death of the leads and the arrow, you'll want to hit back. But we can't know how or when.
Apart from this, the man's invisible. Coward, if you ask me.
Burn in your hell, you bloody reeves! We're pinned in!
Is there another way out?
The tower! There's an open window they can't have reached!
I'll go up! You find a way out!
Evil! Make for the steeple!
The yarn's still spun for us, my stone. We've many years yet. Come on!
They're blocked inside. Let them burn! Kill them all! Feel my breath in the neck! Cowards! Open the
On the side.
Right to flank! We watch each other's backs! Together, lad!
Damn you! Pathetic! Your life for that! Take your last breath!
Do take your time, though! We may throw a picnic!
Let's go!
Fresh air!
That's the lot of them!
Let's get clear of this inferno!
I had a view of the city from the roof. There's a new flotilla in the harbor.
The compass.
Bastard. If we commandeered the springles at Avgosport, we could rain a cloud of arrows on the invaders.
I'd sooner take the flank and go around this army to the boats. If we cut the head off this beast, the Order's men will be easy to rout.
I want those springles on our side. I will follow you, Stone.
Up on the ramparts. We'll redirect their fire.
Whatever happens, this ends tonight.
May God guide our swords and cover our backs.
Don't be reckless, little boys.
We'll see you when it's done, Ed King. Count on it. their plot's evil! They'll have no chance! The Springles are close! Suffer!
I'll take you! Sins. With me, here!
Well, look here. Erke's lapdog. He was stolen from Francia.
So this is the compass. Large enough to ford an ocean.
Shoot it!
We bring Christ's mercy!
Dane! The flames! The flames! You die here, Dane! Persistent bastard!
Burning to ash what you cannot possess, that is a child's way out.
To hell with London. Boudica was right to burn it to the ground. It's a brick-and-mortar shithouse. So bright and beautiful, set aflame. Will you rule over these cinders now? Yoke its people to your whims and needs?
You do have power here. Power you have earned. I have finished my work in London. That is enough.
London is only a beginning. My order reaches further than your tiny boats can take you. Never forget, Trigger, my old friend. A man at sea may have gold and glory, but he is always a slave to the churning tides. We are that tide.
We surrender! Please! No more! No more! They're playing!
There you are. The Drenker we must thank for our good fortune.
How do I look? Half drowned and half burned?
Not half of either. And far better for the blood on your blade.
The compass is dead. London is yours to wreck or rebuild.
We will rebuild. We'll strengthen the walls, reunite families, and likely use less wood, more stone.
Ill-timed, eh? Okay. I'd like a quiet moment
We'll
to
take
pray.
it together.
Until our next meeting, I trust you will heed my call if I should send for you.
You came to London in search of a friend, Eivor. You found two.
Aye, Broga. And you deserve this. A silver ring for your raven purge. It was Trigger's before he gifted it to me. I say you've earned the right to wear it now.
I'm touched, Eke. I will carry it with pride. calls me back to Ranji. Let's tell her the good news.
Storm brewing there.
Good.
Is among them. I should talk to Hytham.
Have you brought me anything?
The Order has been purged from London. For now, they hold no power there.
That is good news. And I would celebrate, but for the fact that Jorvik now suffers from the same infestation.
Jorvik is a city under Norse control. I should have less problems finding allies there.
That is a hopeful way of seeing it. Speak to Ranvi when you wish to travel there. Do you need something?
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
One more gone. The world is brighter for it. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. You have done well.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
So Ceolbert has traveled to Shropshire.
He has, into a difficult situation. The Shire has been mired in a long war with Rhodri, King of the Britons. Ceolbert hopes to negotiate a peace with the Britons of the West. A difficult task for one so green.
I hope your tutelage has prepared him well.
Indeed. But I think it best if you supervise these talks. If Ceolbert can make this work, we will gain a valuable alliance.
I will make my way to Shropshire.
I am relieved. He and Ivar should be in Quatford just now. You will find it along the Effen Hafun River.
If Ivar is with him, I will certainly be needed. What do you see?
We've had nothing for days.
Nettle and turnips. That's all I could find. Smells
Come
good,
on,
that.
boy.
There you go, man.
You... Not half bad, boy. But be fierce, dirty. Strike at my balls.
Ivar, are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I will be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I am to deal with him directly.
Rodri is desperate for peace, ever since we captured his sniveling brother Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shropshire in these talks?
The last Elderman was killed in battle.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
Ivar will toughen you up, but watch your back. He's a wily one.
It is always the same with me, boy. When things get too quiet, I throw daggers.
I'll be on my guard.
As future Elderman, you should speak in the talks as well. But with humility. Rodri is a king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You've met him?
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That is not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await.
It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons for coming on 2 years.
The Britons had the best of it. Tell me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As King Killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your preening brother?
Oh, my brother. We parted. This road is unsure.
You are better off leaving that sauntering Pole in your wake.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they are all so hard and cold.
Yet within his walls, the Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
Captain Anir, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deolav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother
The king's brother is a moldering sack of cow dung.
You. I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold, both of you. My lord, this is Jailbelt, the future alderman of this shire and the son of King Ceolwulf of Mercia.
This green stripling? Elderman? You can piss without help, boy.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own.
Will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
These talks are stalled. I fear the upshot.
Do not fret. You will be alderman yet.
Eivor, my friend.
I asked around, as you suggested.
Have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
Your silver is in the hands of one who wants it most. Now pray to your god it does some good.
Rodri, I see you mocking me. I challenge you. Single
Ivar,
combat
no.
now!
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me. A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And your brother. Does your destiny guard him?
Gwiriad!
By God Almighty, I'll...
Get him to safety. Go, quickly.
Kill the boneless one! Paint this chapel with his blood!
That's my lead.
Ivar! What have you done?
Wait up, mocking!
Just give up already!
Ah, now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Ivar! You have scuppered the peace!
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre.
We have no choice now but to fight our way out of this.
Ah! A good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbird. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord. Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Help me with this fucking door!
Rodri's fled! It's war!
Lezzina diavolo! Pristi!
For the tally points! This is your mistake. Adamti!
Come, Dimondien!
You are in this tower! I am Ivar, King Killer!
For Mercia!
I'll finish you! I said that I'm placated him back. Come,
Just give up already!
Mighty porco riscano!
Mistake.
Break you! Iden Honeyth!
I swear!
Almost there! Placated him back.
On board the river! Kill the Danes!
Templarian Carhossias in this
now!
Finita lì!
Maru!
This is your mistake.
Time to fight dirty!
Då ser det färg!
Come give me this now!
Just give up already. Good God, what carnage! We must let Bishop Deolav know that the battle is done.
You murdered Rodri's brother, you beast! Our one chance at peace is lost.
Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
Ivar has a point. Rodri showed us nothing but contempt. Peace was not to be written today.
You see, Adeling, Eivor understands. There can be no peace with these backward Britons.
What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, Deolav. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlocan outpost, down south of Quatford. Rodri has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Aenir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury, scout around.
I know your method of scouting.
Lure as tidewater.
I shall go with you, if only to get an honest accounting of our situation.
I will meet you both at Westbury then, once I've done some damage. Until then...
One last thing. We'll need a Fyrd before our battle's done. Try to free any captives you find. They'll swell our ranks.